Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sungrand. Today I'm going to share a bit of the behind the scenes of Hero of Destiny. We've got 10 copies of Hero of Destiny Was Killed by the Final Boss to give out. Hey, Wayne Gaff, how's it going? Today I'm sharing a bit of the behind the scenes of my latest game, and I thought it'd be pretty fun if we just sort of chill, hang out, and I'll show you how the game was put together. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to try to rebuild popular characters, video game characters that we kind of know and like. If we can rebuild them using my character creation system here. I designed Hero of Destiny specifically to look like old 8-bit, 16-bit games, and so I wanted to make sure that if I wanted to create a character that looked like it was from a game from the 80s or 90s, that my character building system here could handle that. And I thought it'd be pretty fun. So I'm going to just chill with you guys today, hang out, and we'll see if we can rebuild some characters. And if people want to just throw out some characters, and we'll see if we can build them. So the first thing I want to try is Link from the first Legend of Zelda. Let me just can we just grab a picture of Link? Manual art. And yes, I'm just gonna, sorry if I bumped the microphone there, I don't normally wear a headset. Let's just find some manual art of Link. See, this is okay. So he's got his little brown, you know what, that's what we want, right? So I'm gonna try and create a character graphic here that looks like this Link right here using just the character components in my, the best one is the one with the cross on the shield. Yeah. Let's see if we can do that. And there's actually no shields. You know, in my game framework, you could create a shield using this game framework, but I purposefully left, I made this Hero of Destiny with absolutely no shields because it makes it feel like something's missing. You know, when we play these action-adventure games, these RPGs, we always expect, there he is. You know, we always expect, oh, you know, shields and swords. So I purposefully made it no character in the roster was allowed to have a sword, and no character was allowed to have a shield. And that really made these characters feel like NPCs. So we're going to try and build Link in Hero of Destiny. So there we go. We'll just take a look at that. And let me know if the music is ever too loud at any point, and I can adjust it accordingly. All right, so we'll start with, see, I'll show you stuff that you normally never get to see, right? So let's see. I'll show you what we only ever get to see the Hero of Destiny for a very short amount of time, so I'll share what he looks like. This is him. Of course, the Hero of Destiny gets his little shield, he gets his cape. You can see he actually has a quiver for arrows, he has a scabbard for his sword there, and little pouches. And I thought, if this were to be a character, you know, and I thought he's got to have the fun spiky hair. And so that's the Hero of Destiny. You know, it'd be funny is, okay, so let's go ahead and just compare him to Link. I think I'm going to start with the Hero of Destiny as a template, and we're going to turn him into Link. So, all right, so we have the Hero of Destiny, and I want to make sure I separate these characters into their own. I'm just going to create a folder here. I have some windows off screen here, and for some reason this doesn't work properly. So I'm going to take that. See, for some reason, if that's disconnected, see, can I, I'm trying to rename that, but Unity is being really, really weird right now, and I can't even rename it. How long did it take you to get where you are at now with game development? I really started game development as a hobby, as a kid in 1999 is when would say it was either late 98, early 99, I started using RPG Maker 90. It must have been 99. Don Miguel had translated RPG Maker 98. And I was using RPG Maker as a kid, and I used RPG Maker 2000 when that came out and was translated again by Don Miguel unofficially. And then I moved to Game Maker, and that would have been in the spring of 2003. I started using Game Maker, I started learning, and I actually started selling my first video game in 2003. It was a monster raising game called Monster Pickle, and that was in 2003. I was burning that to CD and actually selling that to people at school. So that was really exciting being able to do that. But in terms of realistically where I'm at now, it's taken 27 years because I've been actively working at improving. And any skill, any career path, you should be trying to improve. You should not let yourself just stagnate and stay where you are at your skill level. You should constantly be improving your understanding and your ability. So what I'm able to do now in terms of game development, I can only do that because I've been pushing myself to continue improving. We're going to call this Link NES. Hold on. See, that's the Hero of Destiny. So we're going. I've got the browser window. Is this Brian Doe? Is this also going to be an AFK rope-like deck builder? I don't know what that is, so you'll have to excuse me. I don't know what an AFK deck builder is. Can you list some examples? So I'm looking at, so this is what we're looking at here. We're looking at, this is our link, this is our model. So I'm just going to try and build that. The color on that is a little bit yellow, isn't it? Yeah. My browser window is being kind of jacked up here. These are the colors I'm going to try to style match here. Okay, so that's our link. So this system is designed as a template system so I can quickly make character visuals. And so my whole character building system is based around that, is enabling and disabling components. And this is to take into consideration workflow sustainability. And workflow sustainability is a project management concept that you design your workflow so that you don't exhaust yourself, that you are able to keep performing the tasks that need to be performed in order to produce the assets for your work without exhausting your energy and your resources. So otherwise you would be modeling these characters from scratch, from the ground up in a 3D modeling program. And if you do that, you have very low workflow sustainability because it will wear you out. And obviously, depending on the kind of game, like say, for example, you're making The Last of Us, right? You just have to model those characters individually. You start with a base human template, you modify that as you go along. But a game like this the core appeal is having a ton of different characters. And if I were to model each character individually from scratch, that would have taken significantly longer than what I was able to do. Okay, so the colors that we have here are predetermined. They're preset because they are the NES colors. So I'm just want to get a brown. I'm looking at Link here. Let's see. And there are so many colors that I really want to have, but I can't have because they don't exist in the NES color palette. And so the Hero of Destiny strictly uses the NES color palette. And so that was very, very fun challenge. Okay. And this game is out right now on Steam and NES, the Hero of Destiny. So if you want to play the Hero of Destiny, if you'd like a copy of it, just let me know. I'll give you a copy of it with the download code. And what I'm doing today is not actually going to be in the game. What I'm doing is just hanging out with you guys, and I'm just going to be creating characters in Hero of Destiny. So if there's a character that you want to see in the Hero of Destiny style, then just let me know. See, I look at that, and green is so difficult because there are not many options for green on the NES, and you have to be careful because if you pick the wrong green, you're going to blend into the background. You know what I mean? Oh, that's the fading there. So I have green medium, we have green dark. See, and naturally, if we were relying on the colors, I think green dark would be fine, but I think green dark is going to blend in with the ground. So that's just, we're going to test it and see. But I think that's the darkest brown I've got. There's brown extra dark. See, I think I'm looking at this image here, right? We want to recreate Link here. See, hold on. I'm just gonna. The thing is, these shades of brown are too tangential, and I really dislike how similar they are to each other. They're just so similar that there is a tonal clash here a bit. But that also, sorry, I grabbed the wrong window. That's how it is on the artwork. So I think I'm just going to be faithful to the artwork. I'm not going to adjust it to where I would personally. That's what I want it to be. I'm going to just leave it that way. Okay, let's go ahead, and we're going to get him a hat as well. Now, there is one character with a hat. I'm just going to see which... Is it the Alchemist? The Alchemist has a... Yes, the Alchemist has a hat. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to borrow the Alchemist's hat. So we need that brown hair, so what we're going to do is just get rid of these hair spikes here. Okay. And we are going to see this is kind of popular for this high fantasy, and let's just go ahead and turn. These are kind of distracting, aren't they? Let's go ahead and turn those off. Where would you consider yourself skill level wise if you think as the floor as a beginner just starting out, or even just the average person, and the ceiling as some of the most skilled devs ever? That is an interesting question. I would say that I'm in the middle of skill because, in all honesty, I don't have an exceptionally high level of intelligence, and in terms of talent, I don't have exceptionally high talent. People that have high talent can develop their skill very quickly. So the difference between skill and talent is that talent is something that you're born with. You cannot change talent. But the more talent you have, the faster you can develop skill. Skill is something that you develop over time. Through your effort, through your work, you develop skill. If you have more talent, you can develop skill faster, and you have a higher skill ceiling. But even if you have no talent at all, you can still develop an absurd amount of skill. Generally, what happens is people who have high talent tend to be kind of lazy because they rely entirely on their talent, and they coast on just their talent. So I'd say I'm pretty lucky that I'm not that talented because I have an understanding that I'm not that talented. I know that I'm not that smart. So that means that I understand I have to put in a lot of effort. And if you put in a massive amount of effort, your skill level can surpass that of someone that has high talent. So does that make sense to you? So I have to put in a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of effort. But there are people who are way more talented than me working in the industry. And where you are in your skill level doesn't exactly matter. What matters is what you want to achieve. And if you want to make something like The Last of Us, you need to have a high level of skill. You need to have a high level of ability and experience. But if you want to make visual novels or a point-and-click adventure, your skill level does not need to be as high. So trying to judge everyone by the same skill level is not really beneficial. It's not useful or helpful. It's what's more important to consider is what you want to achieve and setting out to develop your skills so that you may achieve that. So let's go ahead and shape out Link's hair here. I've created a bunch of template pieces with his hair so I can create characters pretty quickly here. How far along is development in your estimation? This game is done. Hero of Destiny is done. You can play this right now, and I'll give you a download code if you would like. It's available on Switch and Steam. So let's see. Oh, Project Fleek, how's it going? If you'd like a copy, what would you like a copy on? Would you like it on Steam or Switch? And if you'd like it for Switch, please let me know your region, as the codes are region locked. Corbin Owens, hello, first live stream I've had the chance to watch. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming and hang out. So hope you'll pardon me. I have my apple cider here. Not alcoholic apple cider. It's hot apple cider. I like to add a bit of lemon juice in there. That is a nice warm beverage. Carbon Owens, I would definitely like to play. I saw this in the store not long ago. Yeah, let me know if you'd like this for Steam or Switch, and if it's for Switch, what region. Hey, Kimchi Acid, good to see you. Busy7IA. Hey, Jerrel, I'm designing a tabletop RPG. Very cool, yeah. And so far, the hardest part is a written tutorial and make sure it's foolproof. Do you struggle the same on video games? I wouldn't say I struggle. I would say you have to try to understand the people that are playing your game and what they already understand about the convention of the genre in which your product exists. Say, for example, if your target audience is people who love Final Fantasy games, you have a healing item that is a potion, for example, you don't have to have a tutorial that says use a potion to heal your HP. You know what I mean? But if your target audience is, oh, I want people who have never played an RPG before, you're going to have to do more work. So it really depends on your target audience, and you have to understand what people already know about that. Okay. I'm looking at Link. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our reference image again. And admittedly, so I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And putting tutorials in games is something I don't like. And so I have not developed a lot of experience with tutorials in my games. And admittedly, that's one of the weak points of my games. People have told me that over the years. And for you to ignore people is a pretty bad idea. So I listen when, of course, people are going to... I haven't updated this from last time, so let me update our giveaway count. So, there's some people who say, oh, you don't know anything. I'm the game developer, and I know everything. No. If people are telling you, like, hey, man, the game, I could use a tutorial, you should listen to feedback like that. And so that's something I'm trying to improve as a developer, but I don't like tutorials anyway. I don't like having to sit through them, and I don't like having to make other people sit through them. So it's something that you have to find a balancing act for. And if I could offer any helpful advice, it's to role play as someone who has never heard of your game before, who has never heard of that product, and to try to just role play and try to think about how those people feel about your game. And if you look at your game and pretend that you've never heard of it before, you have to try to comprehend what it would feel like to have never seen that game before, and to write a tutorial that isn't condescending, it isn't a pain in the ass, but is helpful. You want to help people understand. You don't want to brute force, Steam. Okay, Project Fleek, I'll get you a code for Steam. All right. This is at Project Fleek. Okay. There you go. You can redeem that, and I hope you enjoy. I hope you have a lot of fun. There's a video that I posted maybe 2 weeks ago that offers some tips on starting up with the game, and yeah. Okay, so let me check. Hey, Genose, how's it going? Oh, Genose, you're in Pokemon Champions Master 3. I haven't been playing Pokemon Champions. I'm waiting for a mate of mine. We were supposed to catch up and have a couple drinks and play the game, but he's got a family, and I gotta work my schedule around him. But I really just want to hang out with my buddy, and playing Pokemon isn't the big deal. It's just an excuse for us to hang out. So I don't want to play Champions more until we can catch up. You know what I mean? So here's what I'm doing. I know it looks lazy, but this is what my system is designed for, right? So I have the Alchemist. The Alchemist already has this kind of cap, right? I'm just going to copy and paste the cap onto my character here. This is how the system's designed, all right? So all of these shapes, this character builder, I created specifically so I could do this. And again, this is for this is for a sustainable workflow. And this allows me to just make my characters and not burn myself out in terms of the amount of work that I have to do. So this hair, see it sticking out the sides? I'm going to try some other hair components and see which ones fit under the cap a little better. I think this one fits under the cap a little better. There we go. That seems to sit well. So let's go ahead and grab that dark green, and we can see our character slowly transforming into, you know what? Once you put the colors in, it's so interesting what a powerful effect color has, doesn't it? Have a look at that. That already, you know, that's already pretty convincing as a Link. Shoot, that is weirdly convincing. Let's go ahead and create some character data so we can actually make him playable. So, that's what do you guys think? And so today I just want to hang out with you guys. This is not actually going into my game. If you guys name a character in the chat, and then we'll just build it in Hero of Destiny. Okay, Link NES, let's go ahead and apply that. And let's create a character. So I'm gonna look at my core here. Where's my core? Do I put my core in there? Fragment domain core, Hero of Destiny. What we're going to do here, I'm just gonna like do some cheeky stuff, right? Okay, this is gonna be Link NES. We'll put him up there. Put Link. I'm going to give him. So I know that I've got weapons, right? So I can show you what my system looks like to create this game. You know, you have your special attacks, you have your weapons. So for the first weapon chain, actually, I want to give him a sword. Hero of Destiny. So here's the thing, right? Instead of creating new weapons, I'm gonna see what stuff I already have in here. I'm gonna try and use I want to use just the stuff that's in the game already. So Destiny sword. Let's give him this Destiny sword, Hero of Destiny. Okay, I'm gonna give him the Destiny sword, and then you can see there's chains for more weapons and. You know, say you have the skills, you just lack the intuition. Yeah. Samus? Oh, okay. Corbin says Samus, so let's do Samus. Yeah. Corbin, okay, let me get you a copy of the game for the Switch, right? Is that? Let me just double check, because last time I didn't read. Okay, Corbin Owens. Yeah, last time I wasn't reading the chat properly. I was giving out the wrong code. Okay, so this code is for Corbin Owens. If you want to redeem this now, at Corbin Owens. And I'm trying to get better at doing the actual game work. Rockley IRL. Ooh, you know what? Yes. Okay, hold on. I'm getting a notepad. I like that. We're going to do Samus and we're going to do Rockley. And I know that I've got the components to do both of those characters. All right? We're going to do Samus and we're going to do Rockley. I don't know if there's any... Are there any... There is a character here that is homage to 1010. Back here. This is an homage to 1010. And she has only, when you recruit her, she only has throwing weapons, you know, so. Alright. Hold on. So, we want to give him a sword. Let me see what else we have here. Sword, torch, you know what? What should we give him? What should we give him? I'm just going to look at my items, so you guys are getting a real good behind the scenes look here. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We got to give him a bow. Hold on. I'll give him a hunting bow as a second weapon. And then for his abilities, what are we going to give him for his abilities? We got to give him a boomerang, right? Let's give him the Destiny. Hold on. Where is it? Let's see. The throwing star, right? Do I have a boomerang? I'm just going to give him a boomerang. Where have we got it? Boomerang. Oh, you know what? We can give him this. There is something that's like a boomerang. See, there's throwing hoops, right? But I'm going to give him a Slimerang, which is something that you don't get to see here. So Hero of Destiny, I'm going to give him the Slimerang. And like, what else, man? What else? Oh, throwing pot. Throw pot. Of course, it's Link. So he can throw a pot. He's got the Slimerang. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to modify our core now. And this holds, not only does this hold our current data for the game, but it holds the database. So I'm going to actively change the database. I'm going to put link in there, okay? And we're going to apply that. And I just want to select the actual, okay, so that actually can't be in there. That has to be like this. I'll do an underscore because that accesses it through the file name itself. So I need that actual string, and we are going to go to link NES, and we should have a reference to his file, prefab file name. I have options for other resource file names. I'm going to run the game, and we'll just go ahead and see what happens. What program are you using to develop this? This is Unity. This is a very old version of Unity because Unity gets worse when it's updated. It's slower. It's so sluggish to use. So I use the oldest versions of Unity, and then when I need to launch my games, I port them up to newer versions of Unity. Okay, hold on. Oh, you know what? I have to hold on. I have to turn off the opening cutscene. So how come it didn't like that? Because that's in there. Oh, you know, hold on. I need to put an underscore. I need to put an underscore here. That's what I did wrong. So we'll turn that off. And then the opening cutscene, we'll go event, type event in there. Let's see. I think it's like event start game or something. Hold on. Start game. So what we're going to do, I'm actually going to just save this as a different scene here. I'm going to call this having fun. Okay. This is a new scene, so I don't want to mess up my actual project. So if we disable event start game, you'll see that the opening cutscene now won't play. If I miss your message, please let me know, because I can miss your messages pretty easily when I'm doing work here. Hey, Elenon, how's it going? People have asked for Link to talk in games forever, but the time he did, people hated it. Well, excuse me. Did people hate it? Because I kind of like it. Hey, guys, look. See, so, we did a little bit of work. You guys were here for the whole thing. And we now have Link in my Hero of Destiny. Yeah! This is... Okay, he's got a bow. Let's open the menu. He can... Hold on. Throw the slime ring. There we go. You know what? I might give him something else. I might give him a hoop. A hoop. That's a slime ring, but the slime ring stays in place, And we can throw a pot. This is Link. We did it. We got Link. Okay, so we're going to do Samus and we're going to do Rock Lee. But I want to do Rock Lee first, because, I'm a pretty big Naruto fan. So, yeah. And again, I'm not adding this to my actual game. This is just for us to hang out. So, great. We have NES Link. It'd be funny to, do all the different Links. So we have Link in the Hero of Destiny now, and he can throw a pot. There we go. I don't like the slime ring for him. I think I'm going to give him a different... It just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Free aspect. Hold on. We're going to go 16 aspect ratio. 16 by 9. And I want Rock Lee because there's a character here that has already a really good archetype for martial arts. So, here's how I start it, right? I have all the basic stuff here. You can start with any of these characters and modify them. What we'll do is we'll save a little bit of time and we'll just pick a character that kind of already has a similar outfit to Rock Lee. Say, for example, his clothes are really similar to Rock Lee, but... Oh, and you see, I did Ryu for Breath of Fire. I'm a big Breath of Fire fan. We're gonna leave him in here just so we can see him there and hang out with him. So, say for example, we'll start it with Sailor, right? Because he's got the jumpsuit. Rock Lee. There we go. And this is so fun having a character building system like this. I don't know why I picked someone that started out with an eye patch. Oh, you know, like a headband? Yeah, you can turn that into a ninja headband. So I need to get his eyeball back. So you guys can see my workstation here, and this is just how I built the Hero of Destiny. It's designed specifically to be efficient, to have very high workflow sustainability. Let's go ahead and look for his hair now, and we'll find something that looks like a bowl cut, right? Hold on, let's get a picture of Rock Lee. Rock Lee. Okay, so this is what we're working with here. We're gonna create. I don't want the ugly Chunin, not the Chunin, the Jonin vest. Like everyone's got that. Who cares, right? So he needs to have that red band. So he's got orange leggings. He's got the white bandages, the red belt with the ninja headband. So first thing we need is a bowl cut. Let's go ahead and try and find a bowl cut. And I'm not even sure if I made a bowl cut. Hey, Less Than Pi, how's it going? What we're doing is we're hanging out and we're just creating characters we like inside of Hero of Destiny. So we've got Link right now. We're working on Rock Lee, but the colors are important. Let's go ahead and find a color, but it's not the same kind of green, right? Green. Let's try. Oh man, is there like a blue? Oh, like a blurple blue. This is tough because these are the NES colors. And we don't get a lot to work with the NES colors. Oh man, this is tough. See, and I know that's going to clash with the grass in the environment. That's an interesting green. I'd never thought about it before, but that kind of green. Oh, you know what? Teal dark. No, that's brown. This is green. Medium, green, yellow, dark. That's such a weird green. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Teal, medium, teal, dark. I'm just gonna go like, I feel. I'm just gonna do a custom color because that is such a difficult green to match, that Rock Lee green. I'm eyeballing it. I'm just eyeballing it. And that looks, and here's the thing, I can create colors like this in the editor mode because when the game is running, it clamps the colors anyway, and so it's going to pick the nearest color. So this is, I don't mind. It's already getting closer to Rock Lee. See? You know what? Let's get that orange in there. What sort of, we only have one orange for the NES. Oh, that's a harsh orange if I've ever seen one. And it kind of goes right up. It does. It goes right up to the knee. See that? Right there. Okay. Okay, so this orange here, and it has to look bulky, of course, right? Okay, and then he's got his blue shoes, sandals, whatever it is. They're pretty dark. Let's go with dark blue. Blurple medium. Blurple. Do I have blurple dark? Blurple dark. I know. I might just go blue dark. I don't think that is blurple. You know what? I think blurple. I'm gonna stick with blurple because it's gonna clamp the colors again. Let's find the belt component. If we have a look at here, we have hips, we have the belt. But we want it to see, you look at a picture like that, right? And there's a sort of there's a tie on the back of it because it's a headband, but not anymore. It's a belt band, isn't it? Okay, so let's go ahead and just go like that. And it sort of leans, like it leans forward a little bit, doesn't it? Okay, so it leans a little. We'll put it a little lower down, actually. Okay, that might be... You have to balance out, you know, what's most important is what you're expressing, what are you saying, you know? And you just have to balance out being expressive with being something that logically makes sense. So that is going to be his ninja headband. Right there like that. Okay. And we don't want it gold anymore. It's just going to be a gray, of course. So let's go ahead and find lilac, gray, medium. That is so weird how quickly it's starting to look like Rock Lee. Now, I don't actually like this yellow color. I don't think it's quite right. I'm going to try the brown medium here. What do you guys think? What do you think of the brown medium? Does that fit better for Rock Lee? Yeah, Project Fleek, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, Boomerang can be a joke on multiple levels. I have to catch up with the chat. Sorry, I've just been working on this. Hey, Banana, how's it going? Ash Ketchum? Oh yeah, we'll put Ash on the list. Okay, we're gonna do Ash Ketchum. Yeah, you guys recommend this educational. Hey, I'm glad. You know, if you can learn anything, if you would like any advice, I'm happy to share what I know. May I request a North America switch code? Kimchi Acid. Of course you can. Of course you can. Kimchi Acid. You guys can get a copy for a friend or family member as well. You know, cheer up somebody, make somebody's day fun. Yeah, you know. What have I done? I made my text go crazy. What have I done? I pushed a button. I pushed a button and it's gone funny. Anyway, we have to find a bowl cut now. That's gonna cap it all off, isn't it? So his eyes are black. Let's go ahead and switch that over to black now. Okay. Budak. You know what? So I'm a huge fan of Super Sentai. And the way that they say the colors it gets stuck in my head. You know, the way they say Budak, Buru, Ledo, Green. And they say it with such gusto, with such intent. Man, it gets me hyped up when they're doing a roll call. And okay, let's go ahead and look through our options here. So it's not that. This is going to be tough because I know that I did not create a bowl cut. So we're going to have to find a way to make a bowl cut. We might have to combine multiple pieces. So 2 might be a good starting point. And this system was designed for me to create different hairstyles by combining the components together. So it does taper underneath his head. You know, we might. This one actually might do it for us. Number 3 might be a good starting point, but I just want to take a look at the other. Okay, 5 won't be helpful. I should have a key, right? I should have a legend that tells me what each number is. And that shows a picture of it. That's something that I could add. You know, when you make your own frameworks for your games, it's important to consider how you can make it easier on yourself, how you can improve your workflow so that you can have a higher workflow sustainability. So what can I do? I'm going to try something. I'm going to use this in a way that it, you know, definitely wasn't really intended to be used. I'm going to try and do a bowl cut. Okay, create empty. I'm going to call this a bowl cut. Bowl cut. We're going to dupe this. Put that back in there. Ugh. Okay, so what we're going to do is shrink that down. And we need it to... Okay. If you pardon me for not reading the chat for a moment, but I'm seriously like using my brain power to try to make this bowl cut work. All right. Okay. See, hold on. And then now, if we dupe that, okay. I've got to make this bowl cut work. Oh man. We've already hit we've hit sort of a limit. My system was not designed for bowl cuts, and I understand that now because This is very telling. I don't like bowl cuts. This is it's very telling for me, isn't it? But he has to have that front fringe as well. Okay. You know what? Okay, we're gonna go. This is telling that I don't like bowl cuts. I'm not struggling. I am going to figure this out. I will make this work. Okay. There we go, like that. Okay. Okay. Like that. I'm going to make this work. This will be Rock Lee no matter what. This will be Rock Lee. Okay. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to show you a little hack here, right? If you want to mirror something, this is the easy way to do it. You create an empty object, you mirror it. This is what I want to mirror to the other side. So I'm going to Control D that, duplicate it, put it inside of the mirror, on the scale. I'm going to -X on that. And you can see that it has mirrored that for me. If I take it out of the mirror now, I can actually just remove the mirror. So I'm going to now grab the hair components. I'm going to turn them black. What do we got black here? Okay. And I'm going to select the components, grab the black. It's important to do things like this, to challenge yourself. You really need to challenge yourself, and this is how you improve, is by doing things, taking on challenges, you know. So what I'm going to do is pull that in a little bit because I want the shape to look right, you know what I mean? It's too wide, so I'm going to pull that in. I'm going to bring that in. Bring that in. This is a fun challenge. Okay. Now we're going to hide his ears. Oh, guys! Oh! Yes, you guys. What do you think of that? We got Rock. I'm kind of amped, actually. I did not think I was going to be able to fake a bowl cut, but I think we faked it pretty decently. Is there a helmet? No, I was going to create helmets, but there isn't a helmet. Otherwise, you're right. You could use something like a helmet. Hey, Jimmy Silverhand, how's it going? Hey, bro, looking quite handsome. Thanks. I just came from the doctor's. I just got just a check-in, and then I have high blood pressure, so lately I've been cooking ramen, and so here's what I've been doing with my ramen. I've been putting pork balls, fish cake. You put the dried mushrooms in there, and it soaks up the broth. The seaweed paper. I cut fresh spring onions, shallots. I put that on the top, and substitute crab meat, seafood extender. And I've been making myself like these big bowls of ramen, and all fresh ingredients. I'm thinking, like, you know, I go to Japanese restaurants and I order big ramen, and I think I can save money if I make it at home, and I could make ramen for a friend. And I think I've been eating too much ramen because it's very high in sodium. So my blood pressure is high right now. So I'm gonna have to cut back. Bourbon, I hit you up on Instagram some time ago, but the code said it was already redeemed. My bad, though. I got around to it a few days. Oh, Bourbonic, I'll give you another code right now. Sorry, I must have given you one that got used already. Would you mind letting me know if you need it for Steam or Switch, and I'll give you another code now. So yeah, I've got to cut back on my sodium intake. Hey man, how's the Android version? I'm hoping to just put that on itch.io probably tomorrow, the Android stuff. So yeah, thanks for checking in again. Yeah. And if I miss your message, if you ask for a code and I miss it, just let me know. Q Rangers Garu, his roll call lives rent-free. Oh, Q Ranger. Oh man. So quantity is not quality. You know, it's important to me that having more of something doesn't make something better. You know what I mean? But with Q Ranger, oh man, more. Just give me as many Sentai as possible. I want more. And what I freaking love about Q Ranger is when their commander he did his henshin, his transformation, and then he was like, "Oh, we can change it to Jiu Ranger, which is 10. You know, Kyu is 9, Q is 9, Ju is 10." And he was like, "Yeah, we'll change it to Jiu Ranger." I was like, this is the kind of humor that I just adore from Super Sentai. And I think they even did like a fake, you know, where they like a fake intro, like they sort of recreated the intro, but as a joke. And it was Jew Ranger. I love humor like that. But the Garu, the blue Ranger for Q Ranger, his suit is so cool because it's got like, it's flocked, you know, it's like furry, so cool. Hold on, I have what character am I looking for? There's Slime Man. So what I'm gonna do, slime trap, Slime Man? No. Hold on. Here we go, hold on. I can't see, like my, I have a screen that's blocking the bottom edge of that, so it's kind of, oh, sorry, there was a question here. Would you consider making a sequel to this Blue Basher? Sorry, I'm behind on the chat. And when I pay attention to the actual development stuff, it does take a fair bit of my attention. If people really, really like this, if they really like it, you know, I have thought, oh, it's Goo Man, that's what I was looking for, and then Wrangler, right? So I have thought of concepts. So if people really like this, if this game sells well, if it's well received, I had considered, there were two other concepts that I even had planned. There was, so this is the hero of Destiny was killed by the final boss. If I do a sequel, it's either going to be the hero of Destiny was killed by a random trash mob, and in that game, it would be more about dealing with huge swarms of enemies, and it would be about a mass battle thing, and that's one I would really like. Or I would do the hero of Destiny got stuck in the tutorial level, and that game would be mostly puzzle based, and it would lean more heavily into creating a bunch of different dungeons where you solve a bunch of different puzzles. So those are two different directions I had thought to go if people want a sequel for the hero of Destiny. But I'd written a bunch of lore for this game, and for this world, and I thought it's so funny that you get to hear about the lore, but you don't get to explore it because the hero of Destiny is dead. I think that kind of thing is just funny. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this like that. Oh, hurry up, right? You know, it would be, oh, dude, so hurry up makes you move faster, but here's what we're going to do. So I can either give him a second hurry up, or I could give him dance, because dance boosts your stats. So I reckon hurry up and dance. So he has punch and kick. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to put Rock Lee into the database now. So on his file name, we're going to put Rock Lee, and on the core, we're going to replace, let's see. So we had Link. Let's go ahead and put Rock Lee in there now. Okay. Okay, so now if we run the game, we should be able to play as Rock Lee now. The Rock Lee cut. Yeah, you can. You know what? It is better to call it a Rock Lee cut than a bowl cut, because Rock Lee is our dude. Still, Missing Tat is very fine. Be successful with the game. I appreciate that. So my favorite fight scene in all of anime is Rock Lee versus Gaara. And you know what's so disheartening is when you're telling someone like, "Oh, this is my favorite fight," and then you show it to them, and then the person you're showing it to just sits there and they don't react, and you're like, "Dude, I showed you my favorite fight scene." So I'll show you the moves he has. So he has punching, he has kicking. Hold on, where is it? Kick, punch. He has punching, kicking, and let's check out Rock Lee's ability. So he has hurry up. Oh no, I don't want hurry up. I want one where that audit. Audit is the one that I want. So let's do dance increases. Let's go ahead and change that now. So we'll give him audit was what I was thinking, not hurry up. Audit. So Rock Lee, we'll give him audit, boost audit, There we go. And you can see this is how I create my characters. This is my fragment domain. When you boot up this game, it shows the logo for fragment domain. This is fragment domain. This is what I've created. Man, I love that. Also, thanks again for the code. I'm going to buy it on Steam if I enjoy it. I really hope you enjoy it. Yeah. Do you already have a Rockman character? Oh, Proto Man. I like that. I don't have a helmet, but we could make a helmet work with our hair pieces. Proto Man. I'm addicted to the Dr. Wily voice in any cartoon. Like, you know the Dr. Wily voice. I'm addicted to that. I think it's so funny. Jimmy Silverhand absolutely was my first Sentai, and I'm so glad for it. My first Sentai was Kaizok Sentai Gokaija, and I think that's the best. If you've never seen Super Sentai and you need to start with Kaizok Sentai Gokaija, oh man, that is so freaking cool. It's like the coolest thing I've ever watched. Any piece of Japanese media. So there's see how he's moving fast? So that's like taking off weights and then dance. Oh no, I can't do both because I have my cooldown meter. So you can see I can move significantly faster, and I have punching and kicking. So this is Rock Lee. So we got Rock Lee, and now we have Link. Yeah. This is Rock Lee. Oh, this is his... he's Leaf Hurricane! Leaf Hurricane! He did it. He did the Leaf Hurricane. His Leaf... Or is it... what does it translate to more literally in Japanese? Is Leaf Whirlwind? Or he did it. He did the Leaf Hurricane! I will fight! I will fight for the Leaf Village! Or whatever. I don't know if I'm doing it. So we have Rock Lee, we have Link. If you guys missed it, we'll put Link back into the game if you're just checking in and you haven't seen it. This is not actually going into the game. We're just hanging out and we're creating characters that we like inside of my game. Let's put Link back in there just so we can show people. Hey Tim, how's it going? Good to see you. Rock Lee. Let's get Link in there. Okay. So next we can either do Samus on the list. So we've done Rock Lee. We have Samus, Ash, and Proto Man. And Ash, we can do Ash because summoning is there's a bunch of different summoning abilities. So here's Link. He can shoot a bow. We have a sword, and we can throw a pot. And oh, I want to replace the Slimerang with... I'll just give him like a hoop or something, or a wisdom hoop, or... Oh! So there's abilities in this. There's abilities that I could... It's my video game, right? I can do whatever I want. And I can give these characters abilities that playable characters normally don't have. So instead of throw pot, I might give him something else, right? So... Hoop. I might just give him 8 breaks in time melee weapon. Hoop. Okay. I'm gonna give him an enemy ability. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna give him a hoop, and what I'm gonna do... Flame Trap. Oh, man. I'm gonna give him... So this will be his... Oh, this is so cool that I get to show you guys this, because I can actually give him enemy abilities. They all use the same database. Fragment Domain uses all universal system. So I'm going to give him something that players normally can't have. This is something that enemies have. Let's see if it works. A Flame Trap. Yeah? I got who? Oh, how come that doesn't... Oh, how come it... Oh, hold on. Let me see why that doesn't work. Let's figure out why it's not working, and then we'll create our next character. See, obviously it's not going to work because it's not supposed to. I didn't design it to do that. You know what I mean? So let's give him a throw hoop for that one. Let's look at Flame Trap and see why it's not working. So what I think is going wrong. Let's see, Action Rig. Let's see what's going on here. Should be is projectile, right? Is long range. You know. Action Rig Flame Trap. It's in there. And let's see. So if we grab, we'll just check Action Rig Flame Trap has the correct reference on there. It does. Let's just, what I'm going to do a little bit of, 16, I'm going to do a little bit of debugging and see if we can figure out how we can give them Flame Trap. Yeah, we're just hanging out. We're having fun today. Let's see. Bro, it was funny when you voice acted Danganronpa. We can do that again. We can voice act more games. We can play more Danganronpa. We can play more games. So let's see. We give him Throw Hoop. Okay, that works. So that says Boomerang. And then we have... So Flame Trap. So let me see why... Because you're not supposed to be able to have that, of course. Flame Trap. So I do have Action Rig Flame Trap here. So he does... Oh! I see what's going on. You see there's... No, wait, no, I don't. No, I don't. Hold on. We got our action zones. Yeah, those are... If I can... This is this is my game. I can do whatever I want. I'm going to manually activate one of these flame traps here and see what happens. See? That's really what we should see here is flame trap. So that means that some logical data does not exist here. Let's see, extra hits. Deactivate on contact. Hold button, block and travel. Oh, you know what? Let's use the ability. So now we know where the flame traps are. We're going to deactivate this one. Let's try and use the ability and see what happens. This is fun. This is good that we get to see debugging, but also the game wasn't designed to let you do this. I did not design the game to let you use enemy abilities. So none of these activated. None of those worked. You're not even supposed to be able to access this flame trap. It's going to be something in here. Oh, I know what it is. It's not in the core database. That's what's gone wrong. If we go to our core, remember? So the core, in all of my games, I use a core system. The core has a database. The database does not change. This is fixed. The database has a reference to all of your characters. You see, that's how we're injecting new content into the game. It also has all of your weapons. And if we take a look at our weapon list, I believe we're going to not find Flame Trap in here at all. This is every ability you can have. Flame Trap is not in here, and that's why it's not working. So, if I grab Flame Trap now, where did it go? I'm going to lock that. Okay, Flame Trap. That's the one I was working with. Yeah? If we drag and drop, not drag and drop like the mythical creature, we have Flame Trap. Okay, let's see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then I'm just going to move on to creating more characters. Hey, Prairie Ghost Ken, how's it going? Hey, Mouseman, good to see him. He traditionally had time fuses. Could it transfer ownership to environment? Time fuses. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Let's try Flame Trap, see if it works. No, it didn't work. I could eventually figure out why it's not working. Yeah, I could eventually figure it out, but I don't want to bore you guys. But you see, there's a bunch of abilities that only enemies are supposed to use, and I never meant for the player to be able to access them. So, if I was just sitting by myself and then not having to sort of split my attention, you know, I could figure this out in a pretty short amount of time. Let's see here. But I do want to give Link something at least. Otherwise, he'd be able to leave a flame on the ground. So let's find something for him. Let's give him something. Link. But Link uses magic. Oh, you know what? No, I got magic. I got magic for Link. Here we go. Hold on. First, the icon. See, you're not meant to access that from the abilities. So you're not even supposed to. Let's see. Ring. No, hold on. I might just use that as an icon, and then we'll give him some magic. We'll do that. Give him some magic. Let's see. Ability. We got magic. We got, let's see. No, I'll give him some good magic. Let's see. Bad elixir, beast calm, audit, sharpen. I'm just looking at the stuff that I got here. Catching net, destiny bow star, dirt, dragon duck, emergent flower shower, healing light, magic ring. What's magic ring? What is that? Oil splash, pesticide, potion spray, refreshment garden, soothing drink, variable water, wonderful beam. Wonderful beam. That's what I want. Here we go. We gave Link some magic. The frozen cam shows my expression whenever there is a new Sungren video. Can you play as Tingle from Majora's Mask? Ooh, we could make Tingle. Why did you make a game for the Wii U? How's it going? Because I really like the Wii U. I think it's awesome. And with the gamepad, you are able to make games that you can't make on other consoles. The what's going on here? Oh, hold on. There's something wrong here. There's an error message that I'm not seeing. There's something going wrong. So that's what's happening. Hold on. I got to see what's going on here. Argument out of range. I think I broke something when I oh, I know what I did. I shouldn't have changed the database size. That it's not supposed to. It can be a ooh, what about Tofu from RE? Yep, big fan. I don't like using the word addicted because it's like, ooh, I don't want to celebrate addiction. You know, I don't. It's important to consider. You know, what you say matters. But when I was a teenager, I was addicted to playing as Tofu in RE2 because when he got hit, he would go Dayasunda. I don't even know what that means. I just know that he would say it, and I thought it was cool. And he would get more red as he took damage. Dayasunda. Hold on. We got to go to our core. I messed this up. I should not have changed the core value, the maximum database size. That's what's gone wrong. So that's what happened. Put that back to, oop, oh no. Put it back to 100. If we run it, it should stop freaking out now. Okay. It can be a Triforce ability. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I like, the more magic Link has, the more I like it. Okay, so I can throw a hoop. That's like the boomerang. And then he has wonderful beam. There we go. You know, Link gets magic. Link should have magic. See, there we go. We'll maximize on play. Oh, you know what? That means that I can throw out as many as I want. Nobody can stop me. That's his boomerang, and then he gets a little bit of magic. Go, Link. Shoot a bow. The magic takes up my cooldown meter. Okay, let's see who we're gonna make next. Yeah, okay. We can do Proto Man. We asked for Samus earlier. Okay. All right, we're gonna do Samus. Samus is gonna be a tough one. We're doing Samus next. This is gonna be tough. Do you think Miyamoto is going to be mad at you for stealing Link? No. This isn't actually in the game. We're just hanging out. Today we're just hanging out and having fun, and we're making whatever character we want. Okay, we're doing Samus Aran. I always said it as Samus Aran, but then in the games, in Prime 4, they said Samus Aran. So I'm just following orders. Okay. But we gotta pick. You gotta pick some design, right? I'm going with the SNES Samus Aran. Here we go. Ooh, let's push the limits of what my framework can do. Okay, we got that on screen. We're looking at Samus Aran. What about Neji to finish the tree? Oh, you're right. You're right. You know what? We could save that for another. We can save that for another video. I don't want to do just Naruto characters. Oh, you know what? No. We have to fix Rock Lee because these sleeves are wrong, right? I can't believe I got that so wrong. This should be white now or gray. Hold on. A gray medium. I can't believe I got that so wrong. There we go. Gray light? No, we'll go gray medium. Gray medium on the hands. Oops. Nobody, you guys have to call me out on that. You guys have to, if I miss something, you've got to let me know. There we go. There we go. He's got his bandages now. Can you make Psylux? He's just blue with the green lines. If we make Samus, then we can make Psylux. This is fact. Okay, so we're going to start with the basic template again. You know, let's see here. So, you know what? Let's just start. We're just going to dupe Rock Lee because it's a starting point. Okay, we're going to go Samus Ness. All right. And I've made components for helmets. So let me see if I can find it here. Let me use my brain to think. So this is, you're going to see some behind the scenes stuff that, why no fuzzy brows? Oh, thank you. This is why you have to call me out on this. I did not put the fuzzy brows. So we'll fix it. Thank you. I trusted you and you did not let me down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, you know, just to make sure, we're going to just double check the fuzzy brows. Okay. What the heck is it? That's not Rock Lee. That's something else. I'm so glad that we're not getting stuff that's not safe for work. I'm so glad because you put your hands in fate. You know, when you just open up a Google search, anything could happen. We're gonna just duplicate his eyes, and we're going to do his fuzzy brows. There we go. There we go. And his eyes are, so this certain, you know, this game has a very particular aesthetic to it. But I think should we try to make it rounder? We'll just make his eyes shorter than the other characters because it makes it look more like Rock Lee. So again, I'm going to show you that trick. So when you need to mirror a piece of geometry, so I want to mirror this across to the other side. Remember what I said is you go to the parent object. So this is the parent, this is eyebrow, and I want to mirror it across. Create an empty object. You duplicate the object you want to mirror, you put it inside of the object, and then on the scale, you go ahead and invert that into -1. Oh yeah, we got it. And that's it. And then we'll make sure that everything functions as intended. We will go ahead and apply that. And then let's go to our core and we'll put Rock Lee back in as our character. So we got Rock Lee. And we'll play it. With all the crazy stuff going on in the world, streams are a nice, relaxing reprieve. The world's so stressful right now, man. There's so much stuff going on. We've got to find a way to just take a deep breath and then find a way to just, we did it. Rock Lee. He's the only character with eyebrows in this. This is weirdly convincing, right? I didn't think it was going to be that convincing. I will make the like this art style doesn't have eyebrows, but I will make the exception for Rock Lee. That is one of his defining traits. This is so weirdly convincing. Let's go recruit 1010 really quick. We're gonna recruit 1010 just so we have our group here. Let's go grab her. Yes, we're gonna audit and move faster. So that lets us. That's taking the weights off. Tim, bro, your streams are always peak. The streams are only good because you guys are here hanging out and having fun. Like if you're just, it's not about the person who's doing the actual broadcast. It's about the people that get involved. Otherwise it's just a video, right? Okay, no, we have to do Neji though at some point. We have to do Neji now, but maybe we'll do it for a future stream. But how sick is this, guys? We got 1010 and Rock Lee. 10 can throw a pot. You know, we got Rock Lee doing his Leaf Hurricane. Justice for 1010, by the way. She didn't get to do anything at the end of the story. I'm disappointed. We'll get Neji in there. Okay. All right. We got the browse. So we're doing Samus next. So you guys going to see a lot of behind the scenes stuff here. There is a game I'm working on. I'm not like a big famous, fancy developer, so it doesn't matter if you guys leak information or whatever. But I am working on a game called Sentai Maker, and Sentai Maker it's using the same game framework, but you collect a bunch of different Sentai team parts, and then you get to build custom Sentai teams. So there's going to be different armor components that you can put on your characters. You can build custom helmets and all of that, different colors, and you customize the characters and the colors and all that. And then you have a home base, and you start out with just one, and then you open up more Sentai slots, and then eventually you can have multiple squads, and you get to build each squad. Just go on action missions where you beat up enemies. So we're going to use the components from that because I already have a helmet made. So we're going to use that for Samus. So, yeah. If I was like a big fancy developer, I would say, "Oh, you guys, you can't tell anyone. It's a secret." It's like, I'm not famous. Nobody cares. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to discard that. Turn off the hats and the get rid of our bowl cut. Can you build a mech? Yes, actually. Well, no, in my Sentai Maker game, I'm not going to have it with mechs because I want to focus on just the team aspect, the Sentai themselves. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Is the core appeal of that game is just a ton of customization options. I got tongue-tied for a second. Okay, I'm just going to grab these. I'm going to put them in here. Copy that. Okay. And that game is kind of low priority right now because I have a lot of story-based games that I want to work on right now. So it's just we're going to resize it. Okay. And then we're going to get rid of the head that's in there and then the eyes. So yeah, for anyone just checking in, this is my game, The Hero of Destiny, and I'm just sharing the game with the actual game framework. People have asked me about, what is Fragment Domain? That is the game framework that I built for my upcoming games, and so I'm just showing you what it can do. So if we look at the Super Nintendo artwork, it's kind of angular. See, it's kind of pointy. Ooh, there is like a point at the bottom. Let's go ahead and look through my Sentai Maker components and we'll see what I have. And the visor will make it blue. So eventually I will have a key, and the key will tell me, that one wasn't bad actually. The key will show me quickly what the visor components all do, so I know I can just look at the legend. Let's see here. I kind of think the first one might have been good actually. And then when I have my game Sentai Maker, you have to collect these components. They're not all unlocked from the beginning. You have to go on missions. Oh, that is so like that looks like Pato Ranger, right? Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger. Oh man, that is good storytelling. I was such a massive fan of Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger. For those of you that aren't aware, it's a story of Super Sentai where there's two separate teams where one team are art thieves. Basically, they're art thieves, right? And they go around and they steal these artifacts. And then the other team of Sentai are the police. And so you have two teams that are separate, but then they start interacting with each other in real life. The art thieves run a restaurant, and then one day the police rangers go into the cafe, and then they go, "Oh, we actually like this restaurant. We'll eat here." And so it's the art thief rangers are running a restaurant, and they know that the police rangers, they know who they are because they've seen the police rangers do their henshin. And so it's so fun because the art thief rangers know the police rangers, but the police rangers don't know the art thieves. It's such a cool story. That's a season of Super Sentai I could watch again. I freaking love that. I think we're going to end up with just, oh, check out that visor. That's a cool visor. 31. Oh, that is like SPD, right? Is that, Power Rangers SPD, that, or the very Zeo, right? It's very Power Rangers Zeo. Okay, let's see what these do. Different visor. Oh, very Kamen Rider. I'm just looking at my visor components. We might just go with the first one, actually. Visor 1 seemed pretty good. And it's blue. Visor Burak. We'll do Visor Buru. I'm going to try and match. I'm looking at Samus. Okay. All right. And what we'll do is just sort of go like that. Yeah, there we go. Forward a little. We might go for it's red and orange. Let's look at our colors again. So we're looking at Samus here. We're creating hey, Cinsman96, how's it going? It looks like Power Rangers, yeah. Your camera died. My camera died? Huh. Okay. I wonder why. That's funny. Let me go ahead and disable it and then enable it again. Deactivate, activate. We're back? Okay. Technology is funny. Duke Kamen Rider Black next. Oh, well, we have a list. I'll add them to the list. Kamen Rider Burak. Definitely in my top 5 of wanna watch. Been mainly focusing on Kamen Rider. Super hyped that they are finally bringing Kamen Rider into the West more. It's funny. I think sort of Power Rangers sort of stole that spot that Kamen Rider could have had in the West. But it's good to see. The West is more open to Japanese media now because anime is so prevalent. The helmet is actually more compressed like that, isn't it? For Samus. So it's a red helmet and orange shoulder pads. Okay. So what we're gonna do is just red. Let's see what kind of red we have. There we go. That seems like the right red. And of course we got to do the red for our neck here. Red, medium. But we want to make the neck thicker, of course, because that conveys a sense of armor. We've got to have a plate. So how am I going to convey that plate? See, she has that plate there. That's got to be red. So what component? Here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to grab... That is the hips. I'm going to grab the hips. I'm going to put it up there, and I'm just going to see if it works. It may not. It may not work the way that I think it's going to work. No, I don't think it's going to work the way that I want it to. If I turn it upside down, and then I go like that, right? 180, 0, 180. Holy crap, I think it's going to work. I did not expect that to turn out, but I think it's going to work. Oh, that... There's no way that just worked. Okay. I didn't think that was going to work, but it worked. Let's get some yellow in there. Yellow for the torso. But she's quite... yellow light? Let's get yellow light. Oh, guys, we are getting Metroid up in here. This is so visually satisfying. Watching this shape turn into Samus is it's like satisfying, don't you think? The hips should be thinner, or the waist, the torso should be thinner, like that, and then the hips, she's got lady hips, Okay, so this should be yellow. This is weirdly satisfying. Bro, I didn't know you were developing Metroid Prime 5. I'm going based off of this. I should organize it to where we can sort of have that on screen, right? Let me go ahead and just grab this. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do it like that. Now we can see Samus Aran here. Okay, we got orange. So what we're gonna do, these components, hold on. So there's like a darker, like an Under Armour in there, right? Metroid Prime 5. Put gray dark in there. Okay, and that's already the orange that we need. Get orange on the... I said orange, bro. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Oh, that's not orange. That's brown medium. My bad. Might be brown medium right there. Okay. You know what, though? I do want the bottom of the shoes. You see how there's a dark, like rubber on the bottom of her shoes? What I'm going to... This is so tacky. This is so cheap. I'm going to duplicate it and shrink it. So tacky. Oh, man. Hey, you do what you got to do, right? I've designed this system. This is what I designed it for, right? I'm using, this is my game framework. I'm just using it the way it was designed. Gray dark. Yeah. Gray dark. Okay, so we want these hip, the armor on the hips. What can I do about that? Here's what I'm thinking. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm going to scale it out like that. And then what I'll do, I'll change it from center to pivot. And then we'll go like that. So changing from center to pivot allows you to change the way that you are adjusting that transform. And you can see like it looks cheap and it looks lazy, but this is what I created the system for. I created this particular framework so I could just build characters quickly like this. And again, this is all about a sustainable workflow. This is about being able to quickly get your work done. She needs knee pads, and I need knee pads. We do need to angle it out a little bit like that. Okay. We go to pivot. Center, hold on. We gotta select that. Pivot. I do not do a good job of updating. I think I've given out another copy of the game. Oop. What? Anyway. Yeah. What we're gonna do is I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna eyeball it like that. This is so fun. Okay, we got to give her some her shoulder pads. What I'm going to do for the shoulder pads, I'm going to use the helmet piece that I have. Okay, I will go ahead and duplicate that, but we'll just remove those pieces. Shoulder. This guy looks like he has a recipe for my German Shepherd because he's... Holy cow, how can he even see with his eyes squinted like that? Nukatha, hey, how's it going? Hey, Nukatha, good to see you. Okay, so I'm looking at Samus. Her shoulder pads are massive. Okay, so the scale is not going to be the same. The scale is going to be a little bit different in our game here. So let's go ahead and call that it. And then we're going to use the same color as this here. This is good colored consistency right there like that. And for her arms, again, the brown medium, and we got the brown medium all the way through. What I'm going to do is hold control and select multiple components just like that. Brown, medium, and there we go. And I want to mirror that, right? So we're going to find the parent object. So let's see here, left shoulder. We want that on the left shoulder. What we're going to do is we're going to put it on the spine first so that we can mirror it. So we put that in the spine. And again, that mirror trick that I've showed you. This is something something I'm admitting that I didn't think I would ever admit, but when I'm doing game development and I use this, I say mirror trick out loud because it makes me feel like it's like characters in an anime or a game, they have a sense of uh like superpowers, like, oh, this is my special ability, like Zawarudo. So for me, when I do mirror trick, I actually say mirror trick out loud, and it makes me feel like it makes me feel like it's my special ability. So again, you guys, this is something you can use as well. I want to mirror that shoulder piece across to the other side. So I've created an empty object, I duplicate it, I put it inside the object, and then on the scale here, I put that to -1, and there we go. I would hype your video, but there's no option. I don't know why. I'm not sorry. I don't understand YouTube. I'm really bad at it. Yeah. Look, we all make like dog eating jokes, but I don't want to I don't want to sound racist by those are the kind of jokes that you could make with your close friends and whatnot, Um, but I I try to not. Uh, when I was younger, of course, you make a lot of jokes like that. I find I don't really, because my friends and I are older now. We don't really make jokes like when we were teens. I hate thinking about when we were teens because man, we made some really bad jokes. Is that all the red, Samus? Oh no, 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 guys, gun hand. This is my fault. I did not even notice that. So let's see. So what we're gonna do is hand, and then I'm going to copy this component. See, that's actually the forearm. And I'm going to go to where the hand was. I'm going to paste that in there. And we're going to change the scale of that. It's green. So let's go ahead and find a green. Green, medium, green. Oh, I want to make green. It's kind of like a yellow green, isn't it? Green, yellow, dark. But see how it looks kind of the whole forearm should be that. This is my mistake. Again, that's the whole forearm. It should not be the hand. So what I'm going to do is like this. That should be the whole forearm. I get it. I get it now. I didn't get it before, but I get it now. But we want it to look strong, right? Like this is Samus's defining trait. Okay. I think that's it. Okay. We still make jokes like that. Actually, worse. I'm in my 30s. Some of my cousins are mixed. If you're with your close friends, you could make whatever joke you want. It's like we don't have to police people, right? But I'm on a broadcast, so it's important to me to be respectful to people and I'm here just to hang out and have fun with people. I'm impressed. Samus looks really good. You got to do Silex. Okay, well we'll do Silex because it's going to be really easy. BRB got to play RL Heatseeker, which I suck at. I don't know what Heatseeker is. What is that? Samus. Okay, so we got Samus SNES there. Okay, we're going to apply the prefab. So now we have Samus available. We're going to create new character data for Samus. So let's go to we'll start with we'll go back to the course. Now we just have to create database. So we've created the graphics for the character, and now we will create the actual database. I'm going to start with let's see here. It doesn't even matter what we start with, honestly. I could pick any character. I'll just dupe the accountant, and then we'll go Samus SNES, and let's go ahead and just give her some abilities now. We got to give her the Wonderful Beam, though, because that is like a big laser attack, so she'll have that move that we gave to Link. So boost audit, we're going to go Hero of Destiny. You know what's so funny? So I don't consider I never think, you made a joke about, he's Asian, he has a recipe for my dog. I never think of myself as Asian, right? So a couple years ago, I'm just like hanging out with one of my mates here, and I made a joke, I can't even remember what it was, but I was like, oh, well, that guy's going to be good at math. He's Asian, you know. And my friend looks at me and he goes, you're supposed to be good at math. You're Asian. And I said, no, I'm not. And then I thought about it for a second. I thought, oh, wait. So genetically, oh, yeah, I am Asian. I didn't even think about it. It was just the funniest thing to me. Let's see here. So, man, okay, what abilities can we give to Samus here? Let's see. She's something about like a bomb, right? But I don't have anything bomb-like. Projectiles and bombs. Let's see here. What can we do? Oh, I'm thinking about what we can do. Missile ball form multi-jump. What is similar to that? What is similar? See, the thing is, with this framework, I could make anything I want. Anything I think of I can make. But I don't want to have to create new abilities because that takes a while. And I just want to focus on making characters. Let's see here. So she has wonderful beam. Side. Something. Look, for now, just for now, we'll give her the bad elixir just for now. Okay, we'll give her that. Okay, and so for her weapons, it's got to be, we'll give her a little pebble. Oh, you know what? We'll give her throw pebble times 3. Okay. True ice beam. Firecrackers. What is okay, we've got to have something that's similar. So we have a pebble times 3 where she can like shoot it out multiple. Okay. Man, I don't have any bombs or anything. She needs like a bomb. Well, let's just give her those, and then we'll just see. Okay, so we go to our file name. It was Samus SNES, right? So we go back to our core, and then we change that first playable character into Samus. Okay. Now, if we run it, we should be able to play as Samus in Hero of Destiny. It's a good start. She looks really good. Hey, thanks, Corbin Owens. All right, there we go. We're running it. Oh, we got music playing that's from Hero of Destiny right now. There we go. Oh, this is weirdly convincing. Yeah. There we go. Yes, this looks so satisfying. Okay, let's take a look at Samus's abilities. We got Bad Elixir. We got that. It's not a bomb, but it's something, it's I am Samus. She looks small. She does. What happened? Oh, I know what happened, because I sort of remember how I used the Sentai Maker, and then I accidentally copy and pasted the scale of that. So all we have to do is grab the scale from one of our other characters, fix the scale, just like that, and actually Samus should be really big. So what we're going to do is not use the standard scale. What we're going to do is just make her bigger, because Samus is meant to be pretty big. There we go. Yeah, you're right. Let's make her tall. Oh, what do you guys think of that? Yeah. Samus. Yeah. All right, we'll do her wonderful beam. Sick. Nice. Looks really good. I don't know, let's go outside and try and fight. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Let's go out and fight some enemies with Samus. Let's see. Ray, I think Filipino is an Asian ethnicity. I'm Indian, and some people don't think it is an Asian ethnicity. I guess Asian's a pretty big continent if you're, genetically from the Asian continent. Excuse me, I guess it makes you Asian. I don't know. So the game in real life doesn't take that long to load. It's just Unity, the editor. I'm in the editor. Unity is just really slow to load scenes. Hold on. Wonderful beam. Ow. Get away from me. Ah. These moves are weak. You gotta level up your moves. Well, of course, Samus is meant to level up, you know? Yeah. Take that. Samus is on for Ridley and okay, we'll do Silex. It's basically a palette swap, isn't it? Oh, we can change the visor though. Remember how I had multiple visors? This is so sick. Unlocking the princess at the end with the wonderful beam was so satisfying. Oh yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, at the end of the Hero of Destiny, when you beat the final... It's not the end, you can keep playing. But in the Hero of Destiny, when you beat the final boss, there's the princess. You encounter the princess, and any character that you can talk to in this game, you can recruit. So any NPC, and the princess is an NPC. So if you have an empty party member slot at the end of the game, you can recruit the princess. And that's where the wonderful beam, that's the move that Samus just did. The princess has that, and it's really useful. You can also make her purple and give her the gravity suit. Suits. I just like suits for characters when you could, like, oh, it's a slightly different version and it's got different powers. And that kind of thing, because then you start imagining, oh man, what else could this character do, Okay, so we're gonna do Silex, and we gotta make him a real pointy boy. So his hand has got to be pointier. He's more slim, right? With his, it's the art style, there's only a limit to what we can do. So let's try and figure out how we can make Silex here. Okay. What we're actually going to do is, I can't see the bottom of my screen. Can we just... We're going to go Silex. All right, Silex. Yes. There we go. Okay, so that is Silex. What we're going to do is we're going to start it with the colors, and then we'll see what we can do. Because again, we're working with the original. We're working with the original NES colors here. So I'd totally forgotten what his visor looked like, but I think I have a flat line. Remember earlier we saw a visor that was just a flat line? I don't have a key, so I'm going to have to find it, but I will make a key eventually. I know that I've got a visor that's a flat line. Made me think of Mega Man and all his powers. Oh, we can use this as a template, and we can make Proto Man and Mega Man. So that's on the list. Again, guys, we're hanging out. This is not actually going in the game. We're just making characters that we like inside of my game. They're not going in the actual game. We're hanging out and having fun today. I know that I would have made a flat line visor. That's past me would have done that. This is close to it. So what we're going to do is, see, we want that vertical line. What we're going to do is shrink it down, and we're going to rotate it. Oop, I rotated the wrong way. There we go. So we just got to make it fit somehow, like that. What's going on here? Okay. There we go. That is our Silex face. Nailed it. Okay, now we want like a vibrant green, like a glowing hot green. There we go. Big testicles. This is Unity. Yeah, if you want to make games, like you can make your own games and stuff. Like there's other game engines that are designed for people that don't have experience yet to just jump in and have fun. This is Unity. So Silex, his shoulders are super pointy. What we're gonna do is sort of just slim it down a little bit, right? Like Silex has a slimmer look than Samus. So we'll slim that down, and then we're gonna look for I think Blurple. I think we're gonna try Dark Blurple. So we're gonna Blurple Dark. Let's try Purple. We have Purple Dark. I'm gonna stick with Purple. Purple's the closest we're gonna get. So we're gonna go Purple, and then that's kind of a black in there, isn't it? So Purple Dark. Purple Dark. Purple Dark. We have black. Black for the torso. He's got a little belt situation going on, so we'll see if we can do a little belt thing. Let me know if the music is ever too loud or too quiet. It's hard for me to tell. Okay, go back to Purple Dark. I don't know why I'm doing it one at a time. Okay. Purple Dark, here we go. Oops. This track is, yeah, we're listening to music from Hero of Destiny. I'm pretty happy with how this track turned out. Yo, it's the little Sam says, hey, how's it going? Unity Suite, yeah, I know about it, but I'm just so lazy. It's kind of tweaking and repetitive stuff you got to do. I have like ADD. Yeah, I understand. It's using stuff like this is really repetitive. It is. So here's the thing. Silex has thinner arms and bigger forearms, and we want to take that into account. So what we'll do is we'll make his little biceps just thinner. And then we'll make his forearms thicker. Had anyone seen the movie Thinner? It's an old movie from the 90s. A guy gets cursed to be thinner, and he has to keep eating because he keeps getting thinner. And he's cursed because no matter how much he eats, he keeps losing weight until he becomes a skeleton. I think, would it be worse to get the thicker curse, where you just keep getting thicker? Black. Budak. Yeah, it's a Stephen King story. I'm pretty sure it's a Stephen King. Purple Dark. There we go. Silex. Purple. Purple. Okay, we're going to give him a... See that? Here's the thing, though. So with this art style, it's important to consider detail density. This art style works because it's specifically designed to not be too detail dense. Especially the default mode is this pixelated mode, and if you have characters that are too detail dense, it looks sloppy. And the design philosophy of characters in the 80s and 90s, their design philosophy was to maintain characters and express them through shape as opposed to detail. A character that was designed in the 70s and 80s looks extremely different from a character that's designed in the modern day. In the modern day, because we have so much technological capability, we make characters very detail dense. Look at any character that's designed these days. They look very, very busy. If you look at a character that was designed in the 80s or 90s, you subconsciously understand that there's something different about that character, that they don't look like they were designed these days, and that comes down to detail density. And I believe that's something that artists that we see these days, it doesn't look like they consider detail density. It looks like they make the characters as busy as possible because they think, oh, having it look more detailed, having it look busier makes it better. I disagree. I don't feel that it does make it look better. I think it looks fugly. So I want to convey that sense of having that green there, but I don't want to have all the little dots. So what I'm going to do is duplicate this so there is some visual cohesion to this character. It conveys the sense of having green detail there without it actually having that detail there and looking sloppy. So I'm just going to duplicate that, put that on the torso, and we have still expressed the sense of having that as part of his design. Does that make sense to you guys? Is that, yeah? I'm a Bourbonana. I'm a software developer, and I've always been interested in making at least a simple 2D RPG, but I've got no idea on where to start. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and I'll show you. I make pretty regular videos on getting started. Even if you want to make something more than RPGs, the very best way to start is with RPG Maker. So if we go on Steam, there's RPG Maker MV and MZ. It's a little expensive. This is Australian prices. This would be closer to like 70 US. But RPG Maker MV it's older, but it's very good because it goes on sale for a very good sale price. Right now it's not on sale, but you can make great RPGs. It comes with everything you need. All the programming is done for you. So all you have to think about is creating your world with a map editor. It's a what you see is what you get. It's very helpful to help you make your characters, your weapons, your armor, your equipment, your enemies, your spells. This does all the programming for you. It has a character creator, so you can use template pieces to create character graphics for your game. You can see the character editor there. I would strongly recommend add this to your wish list and wait for a sale price, because it sometimes will go on sale for like $12 or something like that, or 15 or something. So I strongly recommend this. It's very fun, very, very fun, and I do make episodes on the channel to help you learn how to do that. And yeah, you can make a full game, whatever you want. You have zero programming experience. You can make your game with RPG Maker. Tim, yeah, you're basically using a shortcut for the same effect. Exactly, yeah. If I want to expand, is it better to start with something like Unity since I'm already a dev? You're going to waste a lot of time on Unity because you have to learn how to do very specific things in terms of programming, in terms of implementation, to implement functionality, and you'll burn yourself out. So by the time you finish creating your solution for implementation, you will have exhausted yourself and you will be burned out on your project. And that's what I mean by sustainability, workflow sustainability. Unless you have years and years of experience, using something like Unity has very flow workflow sustainability, you'll burn yourself out. Something like RPG Maker has extremely high sustainability because what it takes in order to produce the asset it takes very low amount of energy so that you will not burn yourself out creating the assets for your game. Are you in Australia? Yes. My friend is having a spag bowl, and Timton, that's short for spaghetti bowl. I had spaghetti bolognese a couple nights ago. Fantastic. I need a spike. I got to get spikes on this boy here. And his shoulders are less, so I did make them smaller than Samus. Okay. Oh, let's get that green line. We want the green line on his gun as well. Let's get his gun bigger and longer. And then we'll put that green on there as well. Okay. Something like that. Let's put on some chill music. The music is from scary music right now. It's scary music that I've done. We'll just put on some chill music. 180, 90. Get that green line right here like this. There we go. See? Conveyance. The most important part of art, especially with game development, is conveyance. What are you conveying? What are you saying? And how are you saying it? Dang, that looks like Silex. We gotta find... So I need to find out what I've got. What do I have that is pointy? And remember, the rule is I have to use whatever is in the game, right? I'm not allowed to use anything else. I can't just... Oh, let me look at my... No. I know. Poker. I have a weapon. This is one of the weapons. Yeah! I got this cone. But I'm going to copy it. So I've selected the geometry. I've copied it. I'm going to the shoulder. Yes. Yep, we got it. We got our shoulder cone. I'm weirdly invested in this right now. Okay. We're gonna make this boy have real big shoulder cones. Again, it's about conveyance. What are you conveying? How are you conveying it? What are you saying and how are you saying it? And what I'm saying is this boy got real big shoulders. That's what I'm saying. And you know what? We have to. We have to put the green line on there because it... See, here's the thing about detail density. That's going to increase the detail density so much. We have to decide whether or not we should put the green line. I'll let you guys decide. If you see it has the green line in his shoulder spikes, I'll let you guys decide in the chat. Say if you want the green line on there. We have to decide whether we want to increase the detail density, and does that amount of detail density now make this character look too busy in this aesthetic? You guys decide if you want that. Can you make him above the head and yes, the green line? Can you make him above the head? What does that mean? Dude, this is so difficult. You have to iron out every single glitch and bug. You do. You do have to iron out every single glitch and bug. And it is difficult. For some people, that's going to turn them off. But for me, I love the challenge. I don't love that it's difficult, but I love the challenge because I know that if I keep working at it, I can solve it. And it's so satisfying. It feels good to solve a problem, to figure it out. The shoulder's taller than the head. You're right. You're absolutely right. We can do that. We can do that. There we go. There we go. We got big boy energy here with his shoulders. Yep. Those are big shoulder spikes. Random question, have you played Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game? I have. Those games are very fun. I enjoy that kind of game. I haven't played a ton of them, but I know there's a bunch. And again, let me know if the music ever gets too loud. It's just a little difficult for me to... big testicles. There's Unity and Unreal Engine, but UE is more user-friendly. I've heard people say that. I've heard people say that Unreal Engine tends to... It feels more like a level editor, so it's just easier to look at. Line? Okay, you guys are voting for the line. We're putting the line in there. That's what I'm saying. It takes a certain type of people, I guess, real nerds to be game devs. I wouldn't say nerds. I would say it's people who can take punishment. It is punishing. It's so punishing. And it's for people that can just accept the punishment and keep going. It's for people, I wouldn't say nerds, but I would say for people who won't give up in the face of adversity, because you have to be just accept when, if you're going to pardon my French here, you have to accept when shit doesn't work, and you've got to make things work enough. Now, I don't want to make the line too thin, because that level of detail density is going to feel out of place in this. We get our shoulder line. Okay, that is it. And remember, we're going to use mirror trick again. So we have this, that is our shoulder rig. Let's just call that a shoulder spike. Okay. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go to the spine. I'm going to create an empty object. That's going to be our mirror. We put that inside of the empty object, and then pay attention here. This is mirror trick. We put minus in front of that 1, and we have a shoulder that is mirrored. We're going to put that on our left shoulder. Let's make sure that these are parented to the right object so we can delete that. Mirror trick. Okay, right shoulder. That's right shoulder. Oh, I put them in the wrong places. Let's go ahead and fix that. So the shoulder spike. The shoulder spike goes on the right. Did I do it wrong? No, I got it right. And then the other shoulder spike will go on the left shoulder here. Left shoulder. We got it. Okay. Let's go ahead. I think we're finished with Silux now. We'll go and make sure that we don't overwrite Samus. Silux, what we'll do is we'll apply the changes. And now we go to our database. and we are going to Silux. But Silux wasn't on the SNES, so I'm just gonna, you know, you can't. I was gonna just, you gotta do it right. I'm just gonna say Silux in there because he's not on the SNES, is he? Okay. Now, if we run it, we should be able to play as Silux. Big testicles. This is so easy compared to what they had to do to make games in the 90s. Oh, absolutely. It is brutal. This is why I really enjoy homebrew. I make homebrew games so I can make games for older consoles because I want to understand what the developers of the past had to do. It gives me a stronger understanding of game development in general, which is why I do make games for older consoles. It allows me to improve as a developer because it's like weighted training. So I improve, I gain a stronger understanding, I have more respect for the developers that came before, and it's fun. It's fun. I enjoy a challenge, and I like putting games on old consoles. It's sick as hell if you can put a game on an old console. You can integrate and you can derive. Valdoco, when you reach the point when all the systems are laid down, it gets easier. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, you create the framework. That's what this game is running on. It runs on a framework. But it feels like the Sisyphus rock most of the time. Yeah, it feels like you're pushing a boulder up a hill and then... No, who's Sisyphus? Is he the one where the crows are eating his intestines and then every day his intestines regenerate? Sisyphean. Oh, why does that... Oh, that should not... See, that's why it didn't load up. There we go. Not sure if you know, but your camera's frozen. Thanks for letting me know. I don't know why it's doing that. Now, why is this going on? I do declare. I don't understand why my web camera done gone and froze itself. Oh, so here's the thing with this color palette now. That's not... his face shape also feels wrong as well. So we're going to change his face shape because that doesn't feel right. He looks like a xenomorph, honestly. And the color, unfortunately, you know, like I said, that we have very limited color palette. But this is Silux. This is we're going to leave it for now. We're going to say that's it, but I will fix the helmet. We can adjust the colors, but that's the darkest, you know. I don't feel right. I just don't feel right. We're going to change it. I'm not going to leave it. There we go. I'm going to look at Samus's. Okay. That's too narrow. I've made his face too narrow. That's probably better. Oh, man. We might just make a... I don't really want to do this. I'm just going to make a... I have to. I just have to make it fit. What we're doing is we're making a new color. It's going to change the way that the lighting system responds, but it's still only going to use the 52 colors of the NES. So we'll just create a custom color here. Okay. Okay, there we go. We're going to apply it. And my intuition tells me this should look... I do declare. That was Prometheus's punishment for giving man fire. I remember when we had like Driver 3 and Saints Row was like GTA for the first two. Oh man, the Driver games are so good. I recently picked up Saints Row 3 and 4 for the Switch. I have them. I mean, Cyberpunk 2077 was dope. Yeah, of course. But surprised there's not tons of GTA clones for console using ragdoll. I think people... Guys, what do you think of the color now? Do you think this feels right for Silux? I think you guys were right. You were correct about putting the line on the shoulders. Remember True Crime Streets of LA, New York? Oh, I don't think I played that one. True Crime. What do you guys think of Silux? Looks good, looks good. It's funny that when I do genuinely get flustered, like, you know, my webcam froze, or, you know, if something actually frustrates me in real life for some reason, like I'll revert to like a southern accent, and if it really frustrates me, I'll become like a old southern lawyer. It just happens naturally. I don't know why. What character are we doing next? Looks like it's old true crime was a GTA style game where you were a cop. It was awesome and way ahead of its time. True crime game. Let me look that up. Guys, we're going over to Google. We're going to spin the wheel and see if anything not safe for work shows up. Oh, no, I do remember this. I never played it, but I do remember this. I think we're past the era where we have a bunch of GTA clones, and it's like, I'm not saying anything bad because I played tons of them because it's a fun style of game. I really enjoy it. My favorite GTA clone is Just Cause. I like the grappling hook. I like grabbing onto a car, launching, deploying the parachute. It's fun as hell. Snoop Dogg. Oh, you reminded me. My Guardian Force is working on a Dreamcast dev system. Oh, no way. Oh, I want to do Dreamcast stuff. Okay, we had a request for Proto Man. Let's do Proto Man. We can do Proto Man real quick. Oh, Ash. We want Ash from Pokemon as well. So Ash came first, but Proto Man is only going to take a short amount of time because we already have Samus. So we'll do Proto Man and then we'll do Ash. Proto Man. We're going Proto Man NES. So the voice of Proto Man, I believe in the old 90s cartoon, I believe that was Scott McNeil, who I believe also did Rat Trap in Beast Wars and Duo Maxwell in Gundam Wing. That guy, man, what a great character actor. What a great voice. We're looking at... Oh, I forgot he has a scarf. We're putting a scarf on this bad boy. Proto Man. Yeah. Oh, he's got a... This is going to be challenging. He's got an exposed mouth. This is going to be harder than I thought. I was a little arrogant. I was. In arrogance, I claimed that this would be easy. This is the path that I must walk. We have to do Proto Man. We got to do it. Okay, we're doing Proto Man next. I was so arrogant. Oh, man. All right, first let's find a visor. This is... It's like shades, isn't it? It's got a... Okay. It's not that one. I can't believe how arrogant I was when I said this was going to be easy. No. The game you're making looks crispy. It reminds me of Pokemon a lot like Super 4K version. I like this. Hey, I appreciate that. Hey, do you want a copy of it? So this game's already done, Big Test. It's available on Switch and Steam. It's called Hero of Destiny Was Killed by the Final Boss. If you want a copy, I'll give you a copy. Just let me know what system you want it on. I'm not making the game right now. What I'm doing is hanging out with you guys and just making whatever characters we like, because it's cool. It's cool, whatever. I'm trying to find, you know, something that I can extend. You know about Rocket Edition GBA mods, right? No, is that where you like play as Team Rocket? I've played quite a few Pokemon mods. This one's close. This one's going to be pretty close. I'm going to rock with this one. What we have to do is figure out how to get that helmet. This is going to be a challenge, dude. Oh, this is going to be a challenge. Okay. We have to do it. We said we're doing it, we're doing it. So what? I don't have a mesh for the helmet. So I'm just going to have to figure out how to do it. I love a challenge. So I need to get my face back. Where did my face go? Where is my... Okay, this, right? Head. Okay, so I need something that can serve as... Right. Ooh, this is going to be tough. This is a challenge. Yes, OMG, you're a Team Rocket grunt. I already like it. I'm already sold. I'm just going to look that up real quick. What's the name of it again? How would you send the copy? Oh, Big Test, I can send you a download code. So just let me know if you want it for Steam or Switch, and if it's on Switch, let me know what region you're in, because the codes are for the specific particular regions. I gather you can't add these as DLC because copyright. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not actually adding them. This is just, we're just chilling and hanging out. So yeah. This is 100%. I wouldn't, there's no way you could actually add these to the game. I'm gonna make this work. Okay, I'm thinking about the components that I have. Oops. I'm thinking of my components. Give me a second, right? So I have ornaments. Can I use the ornaments, right? I've got to, let's look at our ornaments. I reckon we just got to use a bunch of different shapes and combine all the different shapes together. Check out that Gundam ass element right there. Oh, wait, see, there's like spikes that we got to put on there. We'll pin it. We'll keep that in mind. Head horns, trident. What do my mouthpieces look like? Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, these mouthpieces. Okay, hold on. So curve. There's so many components here that I can use. Oh, these components. These are exactly what I need. Okay. So I'll just find something that I can use. There's a lot of components here. Make her bend 1. Bend 2, bend 1. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Let me just see what these are. Those are kind of cool. Those are kind of sick, actually. All right, I'm gonna grab one of these pieces and I'm gonna start making a helmet out of it. See that you need that comes down the side. I don't know why I clicked and dragged. Hold on. I'm gonna grab that. Okay, so I'll just copy it, and what we'll do is we'll just sort of stick it. We'll stick it right in here. No. Head. Create empty. Rock Lee hair. That's a good place to start, I think. I think you're right. We might have to borrow Rock Lee's hair. Okay, so I'm just gonna say like cheek armor. I don't know. Right? And we're gonna grab the red from Samus really quick, just so we know what we're looking at here. Okay. See what we're going to position this in place, and I think that's gonna. Oh, yep. I think that'll work. That's gonna be pretty close. You guys know what I'm talking about? What program did you make the game on? Oh, this is in Unity. I don't know much about it. Like everything, I was shocked how... Oh, let's see. I don't know much about it, like Unreal Engine and RPG Maker you mentioned. Yeah, this is Unity. Yeah. Rocket Edition. I'm going to look up Rocket Edition. I'm going to try that later. GBA Rocket Edition ROM. Sick. I found it. Fire Red Rocket Edition. Nice, thanks. Banana. Oh, okay, let me get you a copy of my game. So you're a European version. Let me go ahead and grab that for you. And if I miss your message for a request for a copy of the game, just let me know. Just comment again. I can miss stuff when I'm concentrating on the development. The Hard Life sale. It's really fun seeing you make them in real time. This is just a fun, chill way to hang out. Yeah. Hey, Locktron, how's it going? Good to see you. Oh, Lockton, so you're enjoying the Silver Falls? Because I gave you Guardians of Metal Exterminators last time, didn't I? Do you have a copy of this game, Hero of Destiny, Locktron? If you want, I can give you a copy of Hero of Destiny. Just let me know. He looks like Krillin from DBZ. Krillin's my favorite. Krillin's my favorite DBZ character. Underrated. I like the consistent storytelling that physically he isn't as strong, but it's his key attacks that is where it's at. You know what I mean? He's got good key attacks. So I just got to make sure that this piece is going to connect to whatever. We're going to have to use some hair pieces to look like a helmet. Okay. Oh, no. Rotate it. Okay. That's going to get us that's pretty close, right? And we're going to use mirror trick again. So on the head parent, we create an empty. We're going to Control D to duplicate cheek armor, put that inside of game object, and we press -1 on the scale up there. That mirrors that. Mirror trick. There we go. That's my signature move. Locktron. Yes, I only like Ghoul Busters now. Ooh, what region are you again? I'll give you a download code for Ghoul Busters. A big test. It's okay. I'll get it another time when I'm ready to mess with it. Yeah, no worries. Just come back, hang out, come back to another live stream. Let me know when you want a copy of the game, and I'll give you that. Krillin is a good-hearted character from DBZ, probably the most willing to sacrifice himself for the team. That's why I like him, because he's underpowered, and he knows that he's underpowered. He's not an idiot. He's one of the smartest characters, and he knows that he's not the strongest, but he has really good technique, and he's always there. Like, he never abandons his friends. It's like, that's my kind of character, dude. So, yeah, Krillin's easily my favorite DBZ character. My second favorite, though, is Majin Ku. He's from the new Dragon Ball Daima. I really like Majin Ku. I just think he's cool. Similar reason. Like, he's underpowered. He's not as strong as his brother, and he's not jealous about it. You know, he's just sort of cool with it. He's happy that his brother is stronger than him. I think that's so cool. So let's borrow someone's hair. We gotta... Yo, Rock Lee, give me that. Give me that hair, Rock Lee. I need that. I'm just gonna grab that. I should have put it in the same position, but I'm just kind of like mucking around right now. Oh, Val Darko. I would like a copy of... Yeah, sure. Val Darko, I'll get you a copy of the game on Steam. This is Hero of Destiny. I hope you enjoy. I hope you have a lot of fun. There we go. And if you look back like a week ago or something, I uploaded a video on the channel where I just share some tips on getting started with the game, like powering up your characters and just getting a good start. I think you were right about using Rock Lee's hair. I can't believe how arrogant I was. I was like, oh man, making Proto Man's gonna be so easy. It's just a palette swap of Samus. I'm gonna go with the dark red. Yeah, I think the dark red's more appropriate for Proto Man. Red dark. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I'm kind of addicted to Dr. Wily's voice. You know, when they do him in cartoons, it's just funny to me. I will conquer the world with my robots. Go get him, Proto Man. You know, I think it's funny. I always like a Dr. Wily voice. See, but he's got that situation going on. So what we're going to do is just use some of those. Remember those ornaments that I had earlier? So I think we're going to... I should have some that are sort of already pretty close. That is so close. And it needs to be white. So we'll change the color, but what we're going to do... It's almost, it's like a Beautiful Joe almost, right? Like a Beautiful Joe kind of. I have something that's closer to that. I'm sure I have something closer. Okay, 5 and 2. VX? VX. I'll just... Hold on. No. I'll stick with what I had. What was I working on? V2? Yeah, it's pretty close. Look, we need to convey the idea of it, right? It doesn't have to be exactly literal, but it's pretty close. And then we need the spike in the middle, which I think I can use this one. Whoop. No, that one doesn't fit. E curve. I need a center. This is center spike. Yeah. Nice. We'll use that one. The music that we're listening to right now is from Guardians and Metal Exterminators. No, I'm sorry, Guide and Deathly Delusion Destroyers, which I'm currently remastering for the Switch right now. We're getting pretty close. That's pretty close. What do you guys think? Okay, and then these... We'll just go out to the sides a little bit like that. Down. That's pretty close. All right, let's go ahead and grab our white color. Locktron, you're up eShop. Let me grab that for you. Sorry if I'm missing your comments. It's when I'm focusing on doing the actual work, it makes it hard for me to keep up with the chat, so sorry about that. Okay, let me grab a copy of Ghoulbusters for you. Let's see. Okay, this is for Locktron. This is for Silver Falls Ghoulbusters. Where did I put that? I've got a bunch of windows open right now. Okay, enjoy. I hope you have fun. People tell me they really, really like Ghoulbusters. Remember when Krillin had the one outfit? You mean the suit? The white suit? Is that the one outfit? Or when he was dressed up as Krillin? Because both of those times, awesome. Unity, that's what they made Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl on, right? Yes, that's partly why the game was so glitchy. There's two reasons why Diamond and Pearl came out so glitchy. It's because the developers are not good at making... I don't want to sound mean, but the developers that made Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are not good at making video games, like programming. They're not good at it. And Unity is also super, super wonky on the Switch. It's kind of dodgy and unreliable on the Switch. We're going to go gray light on that. Okay. Now let's go ahead and just start getting our colors in there. So I think I want this visor to be lower. Oh, I'll leave it where it is for now. Let's go ahead and just start getting his colors in properly. Gray medium. Dang, once you have the primary, the red is his primary color, gray is his secondary color. Once you have a character, once you show them with their primary and secondary colors, it's crazy how recognizable they are. I don't know why I'm clicking one at a time. Gray medium. Okay, we get red. Red. He doesn't seem to have bottoms of his shoes. We're going to remove these. We'll just hide them. We'll disable it. Okay. Oh, his buster's is on the other hand. Okay, so what we're going to do is remove that. But see, these characters have different proportions. It's the upper arm is thinner, and then the lower arm is thicker. So let's go ahead and take that into account. And then the lower arm is thicker. What we'll do is we'll increase like that. Pivot. Very Mega Man, having them big, chunky arms like that. Very Mega Man. Okay. We'll get our red dark. It's just coming together so fast. It's hilarious. So it's his left arm that has the buster. Right arm will get his hand back on the right hand. There we go. Red Dark. Proto Man. Okay. Now we got to get his scarf. Red, gray. Oh, gray medium. My bad. It is funny how fast this turned into Proto Man. Okay, so what we're going to do is just arm down. Just don't want it to be too bulky, you know what I mean? And then what we'll do... So we want like a... his belt. We're also going to grab the belt. So what we'll do here is we're going to duplicate the belt and use that for his blaster as well. So we'll hide the buckle. He doesn't have a buckle. And this is a very strong example of a character that was designed in the 80s. And you can tell because the detail density on the character is actually quite low. You know, the amount of details, you know, per inch. The DPI, details per inch, you know. Whereas a modern character would look so busy. If this was like a Tetsuya Nomura design, there would be like tassels and zippers everywhere, you know, like stuff dangling all over the character. Okay, red dark. Hold on, he still has a sole. Not like, you know, a sole on the shoe. Okay, what I'm actually going to do is grab the belt. I'm going to go to the arm down, and I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to go black. Black. There we go. Actually, we'll go gray. Now that I'm looking at it, we'll go gray, gray dark. All right, and there we go. And that's sort of where the little bits are going to shoot out. Something like that. Yeah, that's okay. We got to give him his scarf. So let's see. I should have some bandana scarf. I have something there already. There we go. Let's bring it in a little bit. Doesn't want to be too bulky, but we want it visible. So we'll go ahead and find our yellow. Let's try yellow medium, see how yellow medium looks. I think yellow medium is the right call for that. Now we want something that dangles off the back of the scarf, so let's go ahead and we'll just borrow a detail from the Hero of Destiny again. So we have the Hero of Destiny, and he's got this little bit going on, his Cyborg 009 scarf. Let's go ahead and grab that. Move him off to the side. Okay. And there we go. Now it doesn't dangle too far down, so let's go ahead and shorten it. We're trying to try and match how it is on the character. Okay. Something like that. And get the same yellow medium on that. We'll see how it looks in the engine when it's running, but there we go. I think we have Proto Man. Proto Man. I have to say it like Dr. Wily. Okay, so we have Proto Man NES. Yep, let's go ahead and apply the changes. Now we'll go ahead and just very quickly create character. I gotta catch up with the chat. Sorry about that. Hey Arturo, how's it going? Fun stuff reminds me of Strong Bad. Oh, it does look like Strong Bad. Fellow game dev here, but still quite the beginner. So we can ask here for a code of this game. If so, can it be a Switch version? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for coming to hang out. Arturo, here's a copy of the game. Arturo. And again, the stuff that we're making here, the game's already finished. What we're doing is we're just hanging out and talking about whatever we like, and we're just making characters that we like, just for fun. They're not actually going to be in the game. This is just fun. Okay, so what we need to do is make database data. So I'm going to go to my core object, and I wish you all the best on your game development journey. The whole thing is just a process of constantly working on your skills and leveling up, and that's what's so fun about game development is you keep working on it, you keep improving. Proto Man. I was always a bass guy. I really like bass. He's my favorite Mega Man character. He's got the cool head fins. He's got that wolf dog treble. I'm a bass guy. Okay. So we have the name of that. So what we do now is we take our file name. That's how we access the actual graphic for the character. Okay. We'll go to our core object and we'll put Proto Man in there as player number or character number 1. Proto Man. And if you've requested a copy of one of my games and I've missed your comment, please just comment again and let me know. It's easy for me to miss the comments when I'm working on this stuff. Okay, we'll run the game. That VTuber that plays on an Oud Bazooki, etc. I mentioned the other day plays Mega Man X7. Oh, awesome! He plays Mega Man X songs. Dude. Oh, I accidentally made him a giant because he's using Samus. Remember, we started with Samus. So what we'll do is we'll have to shrink him back down. Actually, we should make him just a little shorter, because the Proto Man and Mega Man are kind of short. So let's look at Link. His scale is 10.2. We're just going to copy that. And what we're going to do is paste it on in there. Apply. It's so cool when you make a character and then seeing them in action. I think it's just, if you're going to pardon my French, I think it's the coolest shit. It's so freaking cool. The code didn't work since it's already used. Okay, hold on. Let me check. Okay, let me check that. Hold on. 602. Let me give you another one. Locktarn, I'll give you another one. Sorry about that. FF9 was so crazy you could go around and interact with almost every person, object. Oh yeah, that's what makes games feel good, is when you can actually interact with the environment. He's too small now. Oops, I made him too tiny. Let's fix it. Now just update the game with these characters and see which company sends us. See which company sends us a cease and desist. Why does he look so tiny? He shouldn't look that tiny. He looked tiny in there when we ran it, right? Why does it look like that? I don't know. Let's just make it a little bigger and see. Are ear cups too dense? What does that mean? Ear cups. Oh, we can do Master Chief. Here's me being arrogant and saying, oh, Master Chief will be easy. It's just a palette swap of Samus. That's me being arrogant. I'm sure it's going to be way harder than it seems. Let me look at the list and see what characters we have. Okay. We have Proto Man. We should have a shield. There should be a shield. We have him. We have Proto Man. I want the helmet shape to be more helmety. You know what I mean? Awesome, Arturo. I hope you have a lot of fun with the game. If you check my channel, look for, I think it was last week. We'll do Master Chief next. Oh, no, we're supposed to do Ash. We have to do Ash Ketchum. Yeah, check a couple of videos back, and I share some tips on getting started with the game and just how to power up your characters and whatnot. Anyway, whoa. I got to have something to eat. I haven't eaten anything today. Hey, I want to thank you guys for hanging out and having fun with me. we'll do. You want to do the same thing again in another couple days? We'll make more characters. Look, people have asked for Ash for Master Chief. We'll do more. So I got to grab a bite to eat. Missing shield and ear. Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh no, we have to add the ear cups. I can't leave until we add the ear cups. You are 100% right. I'm wrong. You were right. We're not leaving until we add the ear cups. We have to have the ear cups. Okay, so... Okay, Locktron, awesome. I hope you have fun with my games. Yep. Okay, guys, we will hang out again very soon. We'll do the same thing, because I think this is just... It's just funny. It's funny, and it's fun, and it's cool just hanging out with you guys and just talking about whatever we like. Can you believe that I did not register that the ear cups were missing? It's like drawing Frieza and then not having the ear cups, like Frieza's ear cups. I feel a little disappointed in myself that I didn't even remember the ear cups. Okay, guys. All right, I'm gonna look for something to eat now. And we will catch up again soon. There we go. This feels much better now that we've got our ear cups. They're a little like that, aren't they? That's much better. They gotta be big, though. They are big, big cups. All right, we're just going to use Mirror Trick to duplicate this. Head. Create empty. Okay, hold on. Where's the... There we go. Just use our mirror trick here. Watch the mirror trick work. Mirror trick. There we go. We gotta name it Ear Cup. Ear Cup. Well, the shield, I think the shield should be equipment, you know? We'll work it out. All right. Give him Dr. Dre beats. These are Dr. Wiley beats, man. These are Dr. Dub beats. Dr. Dub beats. That's what these actually are. These are Dr. Wiley earbuds. Constantly listen to. It's all bass, baby. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Yeah, this is a lot of. Hey, good to see you, Jimmy. All right, take care, everyone. Big Tess, Kimchi Acid, Corn Bean, Buddha, B911. Thanks, everyone. Do Astro Boy. Brilliant. We'll add Astro Boy to the list. Here's me being arrogant and going, Astro Boy will be easy. Astro Boy will be easy. I know that I have enough hair components to where we can do Astro Boy, though. I'll put Astro Boy, Master Chief. I'm writing these down for next time. Okay, I'm saving the characters for next time. Thanks, everyone. It's been a lot of fun hanging out. It's been so fun. Don't worry, Big Tess. I'm not going to eat your dog. I'm not really Asian. I'm Australian and American, so I won't eat your dog. I can't believe you didn't ban me. Why would I ban someone who's just here to have fun and have a laugh? But I do the videos and do live streams just to hang out with people and have fun. So take care, everyone. I'll see you guys later. Have fun. See you guys. That's been fun. Good night.